Welcome back to the Intelextrememasters World Championships here in Hanover, Germany. After a pretty one-sided game one, we're ready to go into game two. CJ Entus Blaze versus CJ Entus Frost. Now they've switched sides. Blaze is on red, blue. Close enough. Can I get anything right? I just suck at life.
So CJ Entus Blaze.
Pretty good with bad romance. That was quite right.
That was on point. I think you're never going to live that one down, to be honest. Blaze this time around, first pick, first ban. They are on their blue side. Let's see if they're going to go for any early level aggression, or if this time round they're going to make sure they ward up their jungle. They don't go into a death trap and give away 4 kills very early on. They tried to make stuff happen, and unfortunately it just did not work out for them in game number 1.
Yeah, we do have our pick ban lobby up now. Yeah. Everyone's in.
Obviously,
we mentioned they switched sides, so we're going to see a slightly different strategy. I'd imagine on who they ban, what order they pick, of course. But question is, what champions are going to take it out? Xin Xiao already gone straight away.
Maybe Elise this time?
They played it last time too, which is an interesting factor. And, well, Frost taken away Kaylin from Catch and Jack again.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see an Elise ban. We've seen Shy using Elise many, many times and doing really, really well with that champion. So, you know, it's definitely a possibility. We'll have to see how they continue to pick out the bans. Once again, Kayle being removed. We've seen it being banned out from the red side once again. You know, it was really the blue team in the previous game that, you know, broke the mold, so to speak.
It's the same team. They've got identical bans. It's still Frost. So yeah. Kaylin Kayle straight up. Xin and Shen, however, completely new ones from Blaze, taking away 2 champions that were both played in the previous game. Helios on Xin Xiao and Cloud Templar on Shen. But they're taking quite a bit longer on this last one.
Because I think they're Singed or Elise. Somebody else.
Yeah.
Fresh. He left both of them.
Madlab did land some very important hooks in those early game fights. And, I mean, later on, yes, they were very, very strong, but still he landed some big hooks. Final ban then from Frost, exactly the same as before. Ambitions, Twisted Fate, gone. So they're pretty comfortable.
Yeah, and interestingly, first picking Ezreal, making sure they got that locked in before absolutely anything else, before our high priority junglers, before, you know, our mid laners, etc. So it's a fairly safe pick because you know where Ezreal's going to be going, you know what he's going to be doing. They could throw out an AP Ez, but it's highly unlikely, I think, out of these two guys. Kha'Zix currently being hovered over for the red team of CJ Entus Frost. That'll most likely be for Kha'Zix for Rapid Star in the middle if they decide to lock that in. Lux is available if they decide to go that route once again. Rapid Star using in the previous game, and it was his pro player pick as well, if you recall correctly.
There's that Elise. We saw Shy play in the last game, retired time again, played against Millennium. Very, very powerful. Did go, obviously, 1v1 facing off against Nidalee down in the bottom lane last time around. Got crazy dive to level 2, which unfortunately for Blaze, horribly backfired for them.
Yeah.
But this time Templars picked it. Could be a little bit different. Kha'Zix, of course, as you say, was left open. It was banned in the previous game very, very quickly on. And Singed is still there. Singed is still open.
He is still open. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to see him being locked in or picked because of the fact that Elise is there. So we've most likely got our top laners and our mid laners for CJ Entus Frost. We have seen Vi already today. Not too much of her this weekend, though, to be fair. You know, she sort of shot up in popularity in the most recent months, but not too much for this particular event. Zed has been locked in. So Zed being the sort of go-to counter when it comes to Kha'Zix in terms of that mid lane.
We've also got Moonzo got left open. That was banned in the previous game. I mean, normally, last time when we saw him play it, the Taric had already been picked by now. They picked that very early on, but it's not to say they're not going to go with it. There's also the fact that, of course, Elise or Kha'Zix could be in the jungle, and as I mentioned, Singed is still open, Shy could still be taking that. So the fact that we've got those two is nothing too surprising. And there is Woon sitting on a gun. Still with 30 seconds. Could just be toying with the crowd. It is a huge crowd, and you can obviously watch their reactions as it goes. Rapid Star sitting on Skarner. We saw Cloud Templar play it before. It was very, very powerful against Gambit Gaming. Works very well against Genja, who runs Ghost all the time in the moon. You're not going to ghost away from that Skarner ultimate quite like you can a Flash. Yes, obviously, if you cast it early enough and he's far enough away, it's going to be there. But if he comes sprinting around a corner for you, he can be pretty quick himself. It's going to catch you out by surprise. That Ghost takes a little bit longer to increase the distance.
I'm trying to think back. Did we see Skarner yesterday paired up with a Lulu? Or was that this morning? Because I'm just trying to think, if I recall correctly, it was the Skarner, he pops on his W, gets that movement speed, then of course Lulu throws a movement speed boost on top as well and just dives in incredibly quickly, manages to snare you with the Impale. So it is a very powerful combination. They've actually left their support pick for the very, very last one. We have also seen Flame running Singed before in this particular event as well. If he does lock that in, it is a very powerful champion, and I think can do relatively well against Elise. Once he gets that Insanity Potion up, will they have the ability to, power up in terms of his health, his mana, and just stay out of range of all those neurotoxins and those spiderlings once she goes into spider form.
Yeah, we'll have to wait. It's got 15 seconds. What do you think the last pick's going to be there, Jack?
Oh, you put me on the spot, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's support Sona. Sona, Lulu.
Sona could work.
Sona, Lulu. Lulu would probably be the one that I think the Korean teams favor over Sona at the moment. So, my question is, what does Frost do in reply? They've got Misfortune, and if this Rumble gets locked in, then they're going to have a very strange support, but I don't think it is going to be Rumble. I hope it is Rumble. I'm interested in strange supports.
It could be very new. I mean, Room switched character to Flash and Exhaust. I mean, that could mean nothing as well, but like when you see players hovering over a specific...
It is locked in.
Champion.
It is locked in. So let's have a look how the lanes are going to be swapping around. There's the possibility of this being an Elise support with the Repel to avoid damage, Cocoon to lock somebody in place, and then just Neurotoxin after Neurotoxin.
Percentage health damage, you don't necessarily need lots of AP to make it start hurting, especially in these early levels, in which Misfortune is going to be very strong.
Yes.
Now that is a complete kill lane there coming out of CJ Entus Frost for this bottom lane, doing something a bit different in here at the grand final at the Intelextrememasters World Championships. I'm excited to see the composition that they're running as champions that we don't see all too often in their roles. Skarner was very popular, fallen away. Elise, I think this is one of the first times we've seen in the Western side at our tournaments in terms of a support player.
Well, Frost's composition looks terrifying. I would be shaking. Right now, the game is counting down. We're almost in there. Quickly, go right now. Twitter, talk about us, pound IEM, and also vote for the MVP of the tournament. Don't forget to do that. And because they win a really cool custom hoodie on top of that crazy monitor that you see in the videos that's all spray painted. They win that too. So do not forget to do that. We're going to throw it over the casters once again. Lee, D-Man Smith, and Joe Miller. Have fun, guys.
Thanks a lot, guys. So we're moving into game number 2 here of the Intelextrememasters World Championship Grand Final. Of course, Frost 1-0 up. I just want to forget that first game and get the next one underway.
But Joe, I'm suddenly very excited. Madlife is on Elise as support. That's pretty damn good, I think you'll agree. So get your friends on here. Let's see how this kill lane works out, because a little bit of a difference in support is always nice to see. Obviously, it's kind of similar to Zyra, throws out that Cocoon, the same as the Roots, but he could become a real problem for them late game. How is it going to work? Who knows? They've allowed Singed through, obviously, for Blaze this time around. They kind of baited, I think, Shy into that one. They were sort of saying, yeah, we're going to allow Singed through, Elise is through, which one do you want to play? He just played a fantastic Elise, but it's not going to be what he goes for. He trolled them completely because he went with Rumble in that top lane. So Rumble obviously feels he knew he was going to be against Flame on Singed. I'm almost certain of that. The question is, will they allow the lanes to go that way? As it is, we are seeing Woong heading towards that top tri-bush. We see Singed heading that way as well. So Flame probably going to run straight in towards that top bush, and you can see already thought about it. Woong was there very quick. I think he just caught a glimpse.
Yeah, I think so as well. He pinged straight on top of Misfortune there, so they should have figured that one out. Will we see any invasion? Of course, in the last game, we saw both teams going into the enemy jungles to get those wards out. Madlife actually just having a bit of a peek around there with Elise. Actually, he's going to come up here, and that ward is down. They know his position. No one really there to follow up with the damage that they'd possibly need for it. But still a very tense start coming out.
I think they wanted him to engage a little bit more. And ambush and also on Zed. Obviously, Rapid Star going in that mid lane against Kha'Zix. So remember, we went 9-1-9 against Alexic in that mid lane when he tried Twisted Fate. This time, Ambition, though, with Zed, going to be much more maneuverable. Cloud Templar, of course, also paired with Misfortune. That was against Gambit Gaming. Hooks pulling him straight in towards the bullet time. Just devastating. How is it going to work, though? Flame now back in towards that bottom lane. The fact that they did ping Woong, they knew he was in that top lane, means they are going to change lanes around. And it's looking like it's going to be both duo lanes in that top area. And Madlife starting off there. And look at that. Shows the difference in the power. Taking down those columns, no problem.
Yeah, really showing there the difference is rather apparent as Captain Jack and Lost Boy both doing the Wolves there as well. Obviously, Helios on Vi did do the same down on this bottom side. He's going to be starting off with his red buff, as is Cloud Templar. Madlife just giving him that extra bit of support at the start of this one.
And I'd have to sort of grill Monte Cristo's mind and see whether this actually happened before for CJ Entus Frost, or whether the Korean scene have maybe done it a few times. Where was Captain Jack now? I was checking the bush, because obviously Madlife hadn't shown himself, expecting him to be in that bush. Instead, he's just going to come straight up river, chucks through a mana potion, and does work his way in towards that top lane. And he will keep him around. Lustboy warding up the Tribush, making sure they are very safe. Lustboy might get caught out by a Cocoon in that top. Templar, of course, taking away the blue buff. Helios doing exactly the same. I expect Madlife to try and cause himself problems, but Lustboy on Lulu is a champion he's pretty much always on. I think I'd be hard pushed to see whether he's been on anything different this tournament. Ambition trying to keep pressure on Rapid Star. Going to be an interesting kill lane, this one.
Yeah, really interesting. I think we'll see a lot of focus in there as the Cocoon did just land onto Captain Jack. He'd already hit that arcane shift though, and he gets to safety without really taking any damage whatsoever. Nice little preemptive move from his side of things. Of course, that bottom lane, 1 versus 1, with those two turnarounds, we have Singed versus Rumble. And as you rightly pointed out there, they pretty much baited that Singed pick.
Yeah, but then they knew it's kind of like counter-baiting each other, completely knowing exactly really the mind games of each other. You know, Blaze left it open, gave them the choice to say you either have Elise or Singed. Which one are you going to go with? We're not going to go with either. We're going to go to Rumble and use Elise that were picked first as our support. So little did we know they didn't go for it. It's going to be Ambition that gets jumped on by Rapid Star in this mid lane, has to dash away. And that's the power that Rapid Star has, and realizes used a Fortitude Potion as well, just as he leaped in.
Yeah, and on the other hand, Zed actually decided not to use his one in that position, so obviously wanted to save that for a little bit later on. But it just shows the power that Rapid Star can certainly throw out a lot of damage. There he goes in once again. The Void Spike's landing. Ambition still not used that elixir, so we'll have to see what he goes for there. Helios is currently waiting in this bottom lane. Will Flame be able to pull Shy out of this one? I mean, just a flip in there is enough. It could be enough to set this one up. Shy actually just forced him away, and then he's got no idea by the looks of it that Helios is going to be in there waiting, but Helios seems a little bit apprehensive about going in.
And he did just use the shield there as well, so he can't manage to get away from this one. There he goes, tries to shield away from it. Flame goes down, but he's already overheating. That's going to cause him all sorts of problems. He's just surely get caught out. One more hit will do it. It's first blood for Helios.
Well,
mid lane, they're diving on towards Rapid Star. He's going to continue chasing him, but Rapid Star has to back away. He's got no mana right now, and Cloud Templar sat waiting in the wings.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll be able to lock this one up. Rapid Star needs that mana to get everything off here. Cloud Templar not up to level 6 yet, so not got the ability to bring them back towards that tower using his Impale, but Ambition is quite far pushed up here. They may fancy their chances. They're just waiting, but they may miss their chance at this rate. Templar is in the end just going to back away, will make his appearance now inside of this middle lane, but they shouldn't be able to put down too much onto Ambition.
He's actually waiting to see whether Rapid Star is going to jump in there, and I think he was ready and waiting to turn it around, but yeah, purposely just slowly walked away, didn't force out any summoners and pet spells either. He had Ignite and Flash available to him, so he could have turned, put that burst combo down on Rapid Star and then flashed away from it. No problem at all, as it is. Captain Jack, that shield from Lustboy is doing him favours right now, keeping him in that lane, and he is going to dive on towards Cloud Templar. There's the Ignite that I was talking about, and it is going to be Ambition picking up the kill on Cloud Templar.
Really, really nice stuff there coming out of Blaze, and what a big contrast to game number 1, where we saw after 4 minutes the game pretty much over, to be honest. That's how badly it went for Blaze. This time around, being 0-1 behind, they knew that they had to produce the goods. Of course, best of 5 here. And not our usual best-of-3 format, which means still at least one more game, whichever way this game number 2 goes after this one. So, what have we got in terms of gold? 1,300, 1,400 difference currently in favor of Blaze. The CS, Singed winning out. In the middle lane, Zed winning out. Misfortune, though, got the better of Ezreal in the, what is the top lane now?
Yeah, that's Zed. Going to have almost the start of the Brutalizer almost completed, in fact, at the start of it. The poke going on towards Captain Jack, but again, that shield coming out from Lustboy, it's so quick. The reactions ready and waiting. Cloud Templar now moving in towards this top lane. No wards there. He may well go around towards this Tribush. Lustboy already aware of this one. Has got a ward ready and waiting to ping down there. Instead, the wings go down. They spot out that ward was placed at the race, and he's going to have to back away from that one. So, how are things developing? 1,500 gold is the advantage currently for Blaze. 2 kills up. and the lane's winning out in farm, that generally triggers the signs that they may well win the game. But it is only 7 minutes in, Joe. There's a long way to go. It's Shy they're going to engage on.
Going to come in on towards Shy. There is the equalizer and Flame. He's going to go down from this one. He's burning from the Ignite. He will die, but there is Assault and Battery right under the tower. Meanwhile, in the middle, Rapid Star going in on towards Ambition. There is the Ignite. Is it going to be enough damage here? He's going to have one more tick. Not quite.
Mad mode as he dances and backs there. Rapid Star could jump in, maybe. I think he's got enough mana to do a jump on a Void Spike. So Ambition's got to be very cautious around that turret. You can see the pings going down. It is going to be Helios running up the river, but he's not going to go for this one. Instead, it's going to be the blue invade coming through there. Does manage to put the Void Spikes down. Ambition taking low. Apologies if you're not seeing what I'm talking about, but it is happening. Trust me, Cloud Templar instead is going to steal away that blue buff. And now Helios is going to clear out that mid wave.
Ambition super low from that one. Cloud Templar steals that buff. Will he decide to go in towards this top lane? He is now not quite level 6, very close though. And once he obviously hits that, he's going to go in anyway on towards Lustboy, but he's not super healthy. He needs to be careful that doesn't get turned around. Cocoon will in the end land onto Lustboy. Well, they just don't have the damage or really the health there with Skarner to risk following that one up. The pink ward put down, that will clear out the vision on that side of things. So where do the kills lie? 2 for Vi, 1 for Zed. On the other side, 1 for Rumble. So, still a lot more passive game than we saw in the first one, as we are going to see here. Captain Jack in trouble.
Purely guesswork there. They didn't know whether they'd call him with the cocoon. They just threw everything off. They were about to back anyway, so why not just clear out that wave and shove back there. They didn't quite catch out. It almost certainly would have killed Captain Jack if it had landed. But of course, when he's got that arcane shift, it's simply a case of you haven't got the time to go check whether it landed. You just got to throw everything out at once. But we do see the danger that it is Mad Life with that Elise as support.
Yeah, certainly can put you in a little bit of danger down this bottom lane. Shy and Flame gonna go head to head as the Fling comes down on towards Shy. Can Flame get the kill here? He's gonna float his way back towards turret range and he's gonna stay safe from it. And again, that's a summoner spell, 2 summoner spells. Use the Ignite as well as his ultimate and Ghost. So probably not the best that he could have hoped for. However, we do have the Vi coming down from the bottom as Cloud Templar going to look to get involved from this one. Here comes Vi straight into the middle of them, pulled straight underneath the turret here. But they they have the damage? I don't think so. Cloud Templar gets flung back. There's Assault and Battery. He is going to go down. It's Helios who's on the killing spree. And now we have Zed coming in from that backside. Can he pick up the kill? Nope.
I was thinking, why on earth are they going for it? But that was why they were ready and waiting. Assault and Battery up again. We've seen this so many times. Every time Vi's been playable. Ambition now, he's going to get driven back from this one. Shy needing the help, but Cloud Templar not having a good time of it on Skarner so far. He's 0-2 in every attempt he's made at trying to get the kills. He has been pressured. This top turret also under a lot of pressure. This one's going to go down here, I feel. They may well have enough on it. Woong is going to try and come around the side. Mad Life coming in now. Can he manage to land the cocoon? He gets it on towards Captain Jack. They're going to pull the power down on towards him. Captain Jack taking incredibly low. The slow comes out, but Woong is not going to get enough. The Ignite's on him. He's going to repel in. Can he get another Q down on towards him? He turns on towards Lustboy instead, realizes he's in danger.
Yeah, and now again, a brilliant ultimate coming out there. Actually, Woong getting a little bit too close. They're going to flash in for it. There comes the bullet time. He's got them the 1 kill. Can he get any more? That was superbly close. What a move again. I mean, they totally baited the turnaround from that as well.
Went down to 12 hit points, and I don't know whether that was bait or pure reactions like I'm about to die. I'm just going to hit my ulti and hope for the best.
Press R to hope for a win.
Press R to win. Yeah, that's not quite Karthus level, but it did seem to work out for them, and they are going to keep pushing on the top lane. Lustboy is going to have to go back. He manages to lose away from the turret, and now Frost pushing that turret, but Blaze quickly reacting here and going straight for the Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon started off. There comes the ultimate out of Ezreal. Going to be clearing out the minions. Dragon going to be going down very, very quickly there. That's a good pickup for Blaze. It leaves them 3,500 gold in the lead as Helios goes in towards Rapid. So will they go any further? There's the equalizer coming down. CJ Frost looking to turn this one around. There is Singe keeping Rumble out of that fight, and Flame's done a great job. Yeah, very good job from Flame there. Completely stopping Shy, his attempt at getting in there, but it does mean that Lustboy had to come across, and now he's coming in back up towards that top lane. It is
very even between these turrets, honestly. You know, the fact we did have these two duo lanes against each other. BF Sword's been picked up by both AD carries as well as that Vampiric Scepter, so fairly equal in the builds. We do see that Fortitude Potion, though, ready and waiting to be used. Captain Jack used one of his own, and here comes Wu coming around the side. They're going to jump on towards Captain Jack. Cloud Templar can't catch onto him, but it doesn't matter because that's going to be the cocoon. That's the danger of an Elise support.
Yeah, and still, you know, Elise does have that damage as well. It's not as if it's only used there for that CC. Middle lane, rapid start, going to be putting down some pressure onto Ambition, but it's this top lane where the turret may well go down with this next push coming in. Down in the bottom lane, we are seeing Helios getting involved.
Again.
There's the assault and battery. Shy going to get caught. Singe going to run away from those turret hits. Helios picks up a kill, now on a rampage at 4 for 0.
They are just sitting on Shy right now. They're trying to do as much as they can. Rapid start, there's going to be the ultimate coming out. He knew it was ready and waiting because there's going to be the wild growth, and that's the pickup from Ambition there. They're dominating the mid lane as well. The pressure across all the lanes. Really, it's only the top one that's won it out. It's going to be Helios picking up the turret.
Yeah, turret is going to be finished off there. Actually, just about. Flame in the end got it. And also in that middle lane, you know, that was another dive kill, a great ultimate coming out of Lustboy. As you said, he's played a lot of Lulu this tournament, been really, really impressive. And I guess it's not really easy to be a support in Korea when you've got the likes of Mad Life coming in.
Frost had no idea that the Dragon had gone there. Three members all went towards the Dragon. It's like, okay, this is our chance, let's do it now. Wait. So that means they don't know what the timer is on that at all. They're going to be, give or take a minute, they're going to have to try to guesstimate it because they weren't ready and waiting. They must have realized that it was happening, and it does mean that they are 3,000 gold down in gold. three kills down and all square in turrets. Captain Jack going aggressive on Shy now. Shy has really been bullied out here, having to use the equalizer to clear the wave and keep Captain Jack away from that turret.
Yeah, knows that he can't really afford to lose it, as we are going to be getting a pause in here.
Well, hello everyone. You do get a pause and you're all on screen. That's it, give us a wave.
Well, it's pretty busy here today, that's for sure. I heard that they had to close the doors here at CB because because we're full, basically. So apologies if you've had to hang outside in the rain.
And
hopefully
apologies
you're all good.
for everyone that's had their seats stolen because they've been pulled into the League of Legends area, I believe.
Sorry, StarCraft.
Sorry, StarCraft.
Oh, you guys. So yeah, it looks like we've got a little bit of a problem with one man's PC at this point.
Judging by the amount of people hitting the key, I reckon it might be a keyboard issue.
It looked that way, didn't it?
It's like, they tell you the keyboard worked and then 3 different people hit the keyboard. It's like, yeah, no, it really isn't working. I wasn't lying.
Why would I make that up?
Still not working. There's a big Minecraft head in the crowd. I can see it. Interesting. Maybe we need to get Jarrett Kale back out on stage to sing Bad Bromance or whatever it was. Mad Bromance, I believe it was. They turned it into. But if you haven't seen it already, I'm sure you can check it out on the ESL YouTube.
They tried to get me up there to dance, but
yeah, they wanted me. I
don't think the stage could handle that level of awesomeness.
Is that what you call it? I wanted to make sure I was out the front so I get a full view of it. We are going to get back into the game, though. The pause has resumed, and ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. So, it is 1-0 currently to CJ Entus Frost against CJ Entus Blaze here in the Intelextrememasters World Finals. World Championships, I should say. It is going to be the top lane that's pressured, and it's going to go down. There's not a great deal they can do about it, so that makes it 2-1 in turrets. And Blaze looking strong in this second game here, Joe.
Oh, this could be dangerous as well. We saw the red buff being done. 3 members of Blaze coming down, and they've not even bothered to have a look at that red buff. They just assumed that it wasn't there. They want to take the turrets. They're going to go straight onto this middle outer turret. Frost looking like they're ready to defend this one. Cloud Templar, can he get in there? He's got his Flash and Impale available, and that's the move that we're going to have to see him pull off here if they're to get back in it.
Yeah, he needs to land one of those. Hasn't had the chance yet because every time he's come into a fight, he hasn't quite been level 6. So this time he is ready and waiting to go see whether they can pull anything different out here. We see Mad Life was thinking about coming around the side of Lustboy there. Rapid Star's going to take that blue buff down, and Singed is clearing out the waves in bottom. Between the two top laners, despite the fact they've not faced each other a great deal, although they did have a big slugfest for a short while, they are actually equal in creep scores. We do see Mad Life actually looking to throw out that cocoon, went for Ambition, didn't land it instead. Repels away from the tower hit there cleverly, but it does also mean they know where he's going to drop, and he gets covered off by his team.
Yeah, nicely covered there from Frost. And bit more of a passive one this time. That's what the point that we made earlier on, that it's hard to figure out exactly how aggressive or defensive these guys are going to play since they know each other so well. As Shy going to be chasing down Flame, but, well, you just don't chase the Singed. In fact, he turns around and chases you, as the case is in that one. And obviously showing a lot of respect here to Flame's Singed. Obviously, we've seen Shy's Singed as well this tournament, being absolutely brilliant. There is Ambition over on that top side. Are they going to make a move?
They're about to dive on Woong, and it's actually, no, it's Helios they dive on towards. They manage to get the scanner onto it, catch it down, and he gets dropped by Rapid Star. Wasn't expecting that one, and I don't think Blaze were either. Now we see them coming in. Repel comes out, it's going to get the Cocoon. Will it land on towards them? It's going to be the Equalizer comes down. That's going to be the bullet time hitting everyone as well. Flame, though, he flings Madlife back in towards the turret. Captain Jack Tuck drops him down there. Great turnaround kill for Blaze.
Yeah, really amazing turnaround from that one, but is it going to be enough to hold on to this turret here? I'm not quite so sure. There are 4 men there from Frost. They're going to have to come up with something big, and Ambition is pretty low. We're going to see the flash over from Shy. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, he can. And that should be the turret secure as well.
A flash through and a flame spitter to the face is what did it. And Flame were flamed. I don't know how you managed to respond to that one, but there we go, because the Wraiths are going to get cleared out by Rapid Star, and Rapid Star didn't have a great deal of luck in that mid lane. Blade of the Rune King and Brutalizer was picked up by Ambition, and he's kind of been bullying him out, really, honestly. But he's 1-1-1. Tear of the Goddess is going to be fairly well charged up, though, so he's going to be pretty strong come late game, though. Flame continues to be a nuisance with Singed, and Shy is going to have to return once again. He's got that Giant's Belt now, though, along with that Haunting Guys and the Sorcerer's Boots. It's going to be a little bit more painful, and he should be able to stop Flame, at least split pushing.
Yeah, I think so as well. The True Shot Barrage just was thrown down onto that bottom lane to pick up a bit of gold for Ezreal. Actually, Singed has finished his Rod of Ages now, and this is where we know he gets really into his own, when he starts building up all that extra health.
You enjoy it. You can run around with a maniacal glee look on your face, and maybe even spam laugh, I don't know. But you can see CJ Entus Blaze there trying to take away this dragon. The Spider getting launched in there by Madlife. Has got that Oracle, but it doesn't matter. They didn't want to risk it. And Blaze do pick up another dragon. That takes them to 5,000 gold advantage.
Yeah, it's a strong lead for them. Kills obviously not super in their favor at this point, but that Vi very strong. Got the Locket of the Iron Solari already in there. Emblem of Valor also in. Blade of the Ruin King plus the Brutalizer on Zen, and we saw the burst power that Ambition has. We're going to see it here again as he goes in towards Madlife. There is a repel. Rapid Star coming around the side. Madlife going to survive.
Madlife repelling off to the Wolves there. Cloud Templar going in, though. Can he get a hook on towards her? No, he's not, because he's just going to try and save his own life. It is Flame that takes him down. Lustboy actually picks up the kill, closes it off. Woong around the side. He takes down Lustboy. Now they're on towards Flame. He's got to get away from Helios. Helios assault battery ready and waiting. Can he catch on towards anyone? No, he can't. Rapid Star trying to get away, and Ambition continues to cause problem. Here comes Flame once again. He runs through with the poison ticket, but there's going to be Madlife that picks up the kill. Flame's going to get repelled on. Madlife, can he pick up the kill? Yes, he can. It's a double kill for the support, and now Shy on towards Helios. Cocoon's not going to land. Madlife's not fast, not healthy enough to compete in this one. Helios, though, the Flame Spitter working him down ever so slowly. He's going to have the Harpoon up in a moment. Tries to turn it back around, but the Flame Spitter's strong enough, and Shy gets the kill. Crazy action between the teams. I have no idea if you know how many kills that was.
Well, we've gone back to 10-10 now, all squared up in the kills. Misfortune moving up to 3-1-5 with that one. Woong, obviously, his ultimate right intentions, but in the Woong direction.
Oh, wow. The gauntlet has been thrown down by Joe Miller there, I feel. We do see the Aegis of the Legion being picked up by Helios, though, so Shy doing a grand job and clearing out there, and Madlife just proving, you know, the versatility that he had while he couldn't heal away, he couldn't support his team, as it were, you know, in a normal way. He didn't have that crescendo to go across, or Lustboy's wild growth. He did make use of his abilities on Elise, and there is a hell of a lot of them when you're switching between forms. Picking up that double kill, less than ideal that the support does that, but the fact that he is playing Elise kind of might work, and you can see he's got that Giant's Belt in there, along with the Sight Spirit D. He didn't go for the Ruby Crystal, in fact. He didn't upgrade to that one instead. He just felt like going straight Giant Belt. Why not? You need more health.
Yeah, and that's actually going to really help them out here because...
Oh, yes, there he is. So he has leveled up the Q, actually. He did go one Cocoon now. Just got a glimpse of it on Mad Life. He did 1 level into Cocoon, 2 in towards Spider, but 5 in towards the Q. So he's actually leveled it kind of the exact same way a normal solo laner would have.
Yeah, and that makes him just naturally more dangerous when it comes to those fights. The Giant Spell obviously going to add that tankiness into them that they need. We've got the Shirelia's picked up there by Skarner. As you probably expect on a Skarner, it's his job to get right in there, impale the right man and bring him right back into the team. We'll have to see if that works out though. Here we go, Repel going to come down on towards Helios. There is the Ezreal ultimate, which flashed through, didn't really do much to them, but they may get pincered in here by that Dragon Rapid Star. Going to get hit by the Assault and Battery. Wound falling very, very low again. The bullet time not really on point. Helios is going to be the focus of their attention, but here comes Singe. He's going to poison everyone through. It's Ezreal that picks up that one. Captain Jack may turn around for even more. Yes, he will. Double kill. Mad Life now all alone at the bottom. Skarner's run up north, and Mad Life going to flash his way off there. Helios not going in towards Cloud Templar directly, but I'm not sure that Cloud Templar really should get involved with him there.
I don't think he's got the damage to deal with. Helios and the rest of his team could come around that side. Meanwhile, Mad Life's going across towards the top inner turret, and he can't defend off that one. Sorry, the bottom inner turret, and he can't hold that one off. So a good turnaround, and really that was all about Blaze. The Assault and Battery once again starting the fight for Helios. We talked about Vi, the fact that Vi had been banned out a number of times against them, and we hadn't really seen them playing it, but Blaze definitely making use of it, and obviously they realized that Helios has been playing it extensively, it seems, because Woong was completely out of position in that fight.
Yeah, and again, the bullet time was completely... He was in the wrong place. Exactly that. It was off direction once again, and that's something that they just can't afford to let happen coming in those future fights. But it leaves us 13-11, 6,200 gold lead Blaze have over Frost at this point. But we're still early stages, and don't forget we've seen some classic matches between these two in the past.
Well, the main one that shines out is got to be the semi-finals, the OGN recently in the winter, which was the 3 inhibitors down, and Blaze managed to get back in there and take it to the 5th game. Coming back, I don't recall any, or really many teams that I've seen come back from 3 inhibitors down. I'm trying to think of any other than this one matchup. You know, and we always joke this with Freak when every time he does say that, no, it's possible to come back. So really, how many times? One in how many matches has this really happened? Not very often. Not very often at all, but when it does, it's pretty magical to watch. I mean, we had that obviously in the quarterfinal, Millennium. Had 2 inhibitors down, I think, in that one, so they were kind of close to the level of throwing going on in some of those other games. So we'll see how this one all goes forward, but at the moment, bit of a passive period between the two. We've got Runic Bulwark finished on Vi now. Obviously, with those 2 AP champions, and then the Rumble and the Elisu is still going to be hurting. Make no doubts about that one. Just seen Giant Spell added in there for Kha'Zix as well. So overall, neither team wanted to make the wrong decision at this point of the game. You know, the irony is that Mad Life's 3-1-3. He's using that at least to get away from the fights, but he's actually probably got the best score of his whole team right now. Got that Oracle as well, so doing his support duties while picking up the kills as well. It's going to be another Dragon started out for Blaze. They've already picked 2 up already. Can they make that a 3rd? Yes, they can, because there's not a chance they can get close to responding to that one. And again, Frost, you know, from that very first Dragon, they just didn't have the timers on it, and they've kind of been chasing it ever since.
Yeah, they've come in a couple of times now where it's just... Yeah, they are out of position.
They might try and rush straight down the mid lane here.
Well, I think this would be the right call from them as well. Frost are going to be pushing down there. They have all 5 men in that middle area. Skarner just waiting off to the side. Blaze trying to react quick enough, as we are going to see the slow come down. Who are they going to go for? There is the Assault and Battery onto Rapid Star. The ultimate comes out from Ezreal across them. Flame is right in the middle. Woong gets focused straight down. Captain Jack will pick that one up. Flame going to walk away as well. He is still alive. Templar goes down. Triple kill coming out for Ezreal. And there is the double from Zed to finish. An 8 for Azubu Blaze and a Baron.
Wow, Flame just ran through the entire team, through the glue down. We saw the Assault and Battery, and then he just ran back through the entire team with his Poison Trail running, and lived because the shield from Lustboy came out and just held him in there. Wow, what a bit of play there from Flame. Full on aggression and just showing no cares were given, I believe, is the about the politically correct phrase I think you can give for Singe. So, an ace picked up, and a clear big advantage now picked up for Blaze there. 12,000, what a turnaround. The fact that they would, you know, they lost the game already in this time against Frost in game 1. Maybe it's all about the blue side after all.
Yeah, and of course I said Azubu Blaze when I actually meant CJ Entus Blaze. That's still going to come up a couple of times. We've been so used to calling him that. It's going to take a while for us to be adjusting again. But yeah, great position that they're in. This probably would say now is their game to lose. There is the Quicksilver Sash coming out of Ezreal, obviously against that Impale mainly. They don't want to be even thinking about having the Ezreal pulled out.
He stole it. Captain Jack stole it with a true shot barrage from across the map.
Wow.
You know, when you're on it, you're on it. And honestly, Woong has not been on it.
No.
He's not been on it. He's been kind of out of position. And when Helios with that Assault and Battery is going to come at you, you may have to have your position in perfectly. But every time he comes in, it's just bounce, 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 and he's dead before he hits the floor.
Well, if he's bouncing, he's hit the floor already. Just say. Either way, you're right, though. Your point is right. They've managed to get in right on top of him every single time there and pick him off as early as they can. And they just can't allow that one to happen here. As we are seeing Frost trying to defend this inner turret. Obviously, they're up against a Baron team. As Cloud Templar is going to go in. He's going to go for Captain Jack. Not quite close enough, though, to grab him.
How annoying is that when you're just like, I've got him? No. No, slippery little sucker. Captain Jack manages to get away from that one. And again, with that blue buff, he's just going to work his way back through. He's got True Shot Barrage available already, so he could just flash that on, keep the pressure down. The Q's coming across. Baron, of course, on there, and the split push fully on from Flame. So maybe, just maybe, that bait of letting them have Singed has backfired on them. Look at this, Ambition is just poised off that side, ready and waiting to go either side. Here comes Flame coming around the side. They are going to pressure out. They're going to take this inner turret.
Yeah, and actually Vault Breaker was charged up there by Helios. You could see that. And I think that's all that scared them away there. They saw that Vi coming in and decided...
Have you seen the size of them fists? I mean, man, if she was charging them up, I'd be worried.
I could go into all kinds of...
Let's not go down that route, Joe. Not live on air. That's more pub talk that we keep going, but we won't go on for that route. As it is, the top lane is going to be another inner turret going to get picked up here. You can see they're already on it, and well, Frost did not even respond to this one because they realize they can't do anything about it, and Helios just beats it down with that shield from Lustboy. Going to tank it out.
Yeah, no problem in tanking that one up at this stage. I mean, he's got Runic Ball with the Locket there and Solarian there, Giant Spell as well. He's pretty damn strong at this point as Cloud Templar may become the focus here. Zed getting ready to maybe jump over the top there as Cloud Templar is going to go in there. It's the Equalizer coming down. They're going to go for it. Shirelius was popped. And there was the Polymorph actually came down from Lulu, and that's going to stop him completely from getting him.
So that's an ultimate burn apiece there. That was Shy and Flame both using their ultis to try and get something, try and create an opportunity. Templar didn't manage to land the hook, but he did force it away, and again Flame comes in there, flings a flying Rapid Star there, and the Wild Growth on towards Flame. He's going to tank out that turret. He may well go down, but he picks up Templar before he does. He didn't even manage to use his ultimate. He actually, tell a lie, he did. There's the bullet time. It's a good bullet time this time from Woong. He's going to get back towards the fountain, but it's the inhibitor that's going to go down. And well, despite the fact it was a fairly close fight, it's still CJ Entus plays that pick up a kill and pick up an inhibitor.
Yeah, they may have a second one with Amir as well. They are going to take the turret at least, but will they stay for the fight? Nice slow coming out. Oh, Flame once again. And as you said in that fight, he got very, very low. He just did the same as the last one. He just walked off. And then,
that's me done.
I'm good. And he came back in at the end there. So he is just ridiculously strong at this point. He's got 1,800 gold. In fact, everyone over 1,000 gold to spend. Ezreal's got 2,300 gold when he goes back this next time around, whenever Captain Jack decides, I think I'll go and spend that a little bit. He obviously already got that Quicksilver Sash, Bloodthirster, Static Shiv as well. He feels like the jungle creeps are needed to add to that pot.
And you know, I know there's been a lot of riot pleas with Singe lately, and you know, saying that he's just overpowered and this is proving it, he's too strong. But honestly, we need to be clear, these are the very best players in the world that are using this. So whenever they get a bit of a roll going, they're gonna make it look a lot worse than it is. For example, obviously Vi on Helios on Vi right now, he's 5'2", We've seen a lot of bad Vi's as well, but when played well, when played with the right person at the right time, with the right backup, it works very well. 1 to 15 assists from Flame. Well, of course he's going to have a lot of gold. That poison has just been depressingly annoying right now, and Helios with those giant fists of fury taking down the dragon.
Yep, we're going to have a good gold lead now. Let's have a look at it. 57 to 39,000. That's a huge lead for Blaze, and again they're doing what we saw from them in the group stage, what we saw from Frost and from SK Telecom, which is really by the book, trying to win the games, pushing one lane, getting it down to the inhibitor, moving on to the next one, as we are going to see Cloud Templar flashing in for this one. Wild Growth put on himself there, Lustboy, and they turn it straight around. There is a true shot barrage and the kill for Captain Jack. He's now dominating. Helios going fairly low, but Flame coming in from the side as well, and they lose one man and didn't really take any health away from Blaze. They've just turned it completely around, using the positional advantage, going straight onto the inhibitor.
Well, you know, they were trying to bait it out, and the fact was that Helios has got the Warden's Mail, the Runic Bulwark, the Giant's Belt. He's almost got that Randian Zoma complete. So he was quite happy to be the front man, and now they're going in towards Shy. Shy's going to back away from that one. Woong now, again, trying to get in towards there, but they're going to drive on towards the next inhibitor turret. They're going to take that down. There's the bullet time coming out, but Captain Jack just forces him away straight off, and Ambition will take down the inhibitor turret. There's going to be the rest of the team all over the inhibitor, and that's the third inhibitor gone, and now it's Frost's turn to see if they can turn it around. Honestly, last time this happened to Blaze, it was a much, much closer gold. It certainly wasn't a 20,000 gold difference, and I think we're going to see almost certainly a 1-1 coming out here.
Yeah, it looks that way, and I mean, the 7-3-4 edge, we've seen in every fight that Captain Jack has been really on the ball when it comes to targeting and what have you. 10 seconds here for Baron. Yeah, this is going to be a last-ditch attempt from Frost. They know that they have to get something from this one. It's going to spawn.
I think they're going to get it, you know. I think they're going to get in and get it.
I think so too.
How quick before their Nexus turrets get pressured, and they're pinging it, saying, okay, Flame, you need to run towards this base. They've cleared out with a True Shot Barrage to try and see if they can get in there, get a steal. Ambition ready and waiting to go in. He's going to pop his ultimate. We do have Helios coming in as well. There's the equalizer. Ambition gets hooked in. The Baron does go down, but it's not before Ambition picks up a kill on Cloud Templar. Lustboy's in all sorts of trouble as well. He's going to get dropped down. You can see the rappel comes out. Helios may well get taken down, but not before he manages to get a kill there. Here comes Captain Jack off the side there. He's going to get jumped on by Rapistar. Has to cleanse it up, but Rapistar jumps back on towards him. He gets the kill down. Now Helios, he's taken low. Wook's going to try and track them down, but he's got to get back because Flame is in the base. He's got super minions all over the Nexus, and now they're going to get on towards him. Madlife comes back. They are debating. They're trying to stop them going back, and it is going to be Flame with the super minions. Wook is going to get dropped down there. It's going to be Blaze picking up the victory. Flame even runs on towards the turret. It doesn't matter, the super minions. There's going to be plenty of them there, and Flame has enough to take down Madlife as well. Flings him in towards the super minions and says, thank you very much. We'll have a 1-1.
Really nice play there by Frost and by Blaze, and Frost trying really at the end to stop it with that Baron, but well, they just couldn't control that Singe. They decided to leave it open here in game number 2. I think to say it backfired is fair.
It backfired indeed. Let's get over towards the analysis desk, ladies and gentlemen, because it's all square 1-1. And what a surprise, we're going to maybe get a best of 5 here in the grand finals of the Intelextrememasters World Championships. Jarrett, take it away.
Thanks, Lee. We have a series. Wow, Frost dominating the first game and Blaze coming back and dominating the second. They made a statement? Well, here's a statement from us.
Really, really good play. I was extremely impressed by Helios' ganks on that bottom lane. Our solo laners going bottom this time instead of the top lane. And I think the first 2 or 3 kills that were put on the board in terms of those lane ganks and lane pressures came from the combo of Helios and Flame. It was just combo after combo, and they managed to pick up so many good kills. Questionable pick in support to Elise. What do you think of that, Panky?
It's a very interesting strategy. I mean, she's one of these champions that can do very well with very little items. She's like Darius is at the moment. You can build him incredibly tanky with no damage, and you can build her incredibly tanky with little damage and still output a lot of damage, too many words, but yes, you can still cause quite an impact. She has that 6 ability set. She has a very strong ability set, chasing champions down with her repels, with her stuns. So she works very well in the early game just there as a support, and as the game goes on, you start getting the global gold, you start getting the dragons, the objectives. She can start to build some more specialist items herself, and then you come down to having 5 incredibly strong, powerful champions that can start to tear the opponents apart. Unfortunately for Frost, this time around, it never really got to that state. They were struggling for gold for a lot of the game. They stayed quite even up until about the 20-minute mark, but then Blaze managed to start that snowball rolling.
It's one of those risks when you run a kill lane. If you aren't able to pick up kills and to kill your opponents in the lane, you're not going to kill them when they start getting ahead of you. And, you know, it's like we talked about very, very early on with it. It's similar to a Lux pick. If you're picking up kills with it, it's awesome, you'll stay ahead. But if you're not, you just fall further and further behind. We've got a replay set up at the 24-minute mark. Let's just jump into the game. Kill score is very, very close, 13 to 11, 4 towers to 2, but there's a 7,000 gold difference because of the map presence and the control that Helios's Vi was offering CJ Entus Blaze. CJ Entus Frost, they see an opening, they try to take this tower, got a little bit of damage on, and you can see Skarner is waiting in the wings just off camera. I'm going to drop the mini-map, and Panky, talk us through this fight.
Yeah, ultimately, it wasn't looking too bad for Frost despite the goal difference, but then that slow coming out from Flame was perfect. It caught every single member of Frost as they tried to go back down this tiny little pathway. Helios then knocks them all back as he lands onto a wound. The AoE go down. Rumble is in a nice place, but wound gets flung straight back into the path of the oncoming Blaze team. And the AoE that comes down on this now is absolutely insane. You've got Ambition dropping a ton of AoE. Helios is standing right at the back of killing wound, and every time he uses that E, it's hitting every member of Frost back down that little pathway. The ultimate from Misfortune was cancelled very quickly on that fling, and then you've got Lulu coming in, 4-man knockup because Wooing is dead once he gets it onto Flame. Sorry, it's on Helios. Completely missed it. It gets onto Helios, but there's just AoE all the way down, knockbacks, 2 people there hit by the Shy. Templar knocked down low, Ambition right in the backside onto Rapid Star, and it's all the way chased through and through that tiny little choke point, and Blaze were allowed to land ability after ability and decimate the Frost lineup.
Helios actually started that engagement. He dove into 5 members of Frost and came out of there at max health. I mean, it does not get better in terms of picking your fights.
It singed, he got ahead, he kept ahead, he used that snowball, he kept that advantage, kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And again, he didn't build particularly tank-based. He went for that Rod of Ages early, as you do Singe. He went for the Seraph's Embrace with a tier stack every time that poison ticks through. Did get a Randuin's this time around, I know this crazy death cap stuff, but Randuin's is a very, very strong item, and with the regen from his ultimate, it just became unkillable.
Interestingly enough, that puts Singed at 10-1 in our tournament. A very, very strong pick. I'm going to go on a really short limb and say that he'll be banned in the next game.
Yeah, he'll definitely have some attention.
It would not surprise me to see him being banned out at all in the next matchup. And of course, you know, seeing him being played by both Shy and by, in the particular matchup, their Flame, you know, it's nice to know that both of those top laners have the ability to actually play that. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting to see.
All right, we're going to take a short break. And while we're doing that, get on Twitter, #IEM, and answer us who will become this season's world champion. Zuba Frost, CJ Entus Frost, or CJ Entus Blaze. Tied 1-1 when we come back. They go back to their respective colors. Blaze will be red and Frost cold blue. Don't go anywhere.